Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 5, Book 58, number 133. Narrated by Abu Asad. The Prophet said, "The best of the Ansar's families, homes, are those of Banu and Najjar, and then those of Banu Abdul Ashhal, then those of Banu al-Harith bin al-Khazraj, and then those of Banu Sa'idah. Nevertheless, there is good in all the families, houses, of the Ansar." On this, Sa'd bin Ubadah said, "I see that the Prophet has preferred some people to us." Somebody said to him, "No, but he has given you superiority to many." Volume 5, Book 58, number 134. Narrated by Abu Asad. That he heard the Prophet saying, "The best of the Ansar, or the best of the Ansar families, homes, are Banu and Najjar, Bani Abdul Ashhal, Banu al-Harith and Banu Sa'idah." Volume 5, Book 58, number 135. Narrated by Abu Humayd. The Prophet said, "The best of the Ansar families, homes, are the families, homes, of Banu and Najjar, and then that of Banu Abdul Ashhal, and then that of Banu al-Harith, and then that of Banu Sa'idah. And there is good in all the families, homes, of the Ansar." Sa'd bin Ubadah followed us and said, "O Abu Asad, don't you see that the Prophet compared the Ansar and made us the last of them in superiority?" Then Sa'd met the Prophet and said, "O Allah's Apostle, in comparing the Ansar's families, homes, as to the degree of superiority, you have made us the last of them." Allah's Apostle replied, "Isn't it sufficient that you are regarded amongst the best?" Volume 5, Book 58, number 136. Narrated by Asad bin Hudair. A man from the Ansar said, "O Allah's Apostle, will you appoint me as you have appointed so and so?" The Prophet said, "After me you will see others given preference to you. So be patient till you meet me at the tank, i.e. Lake of Kawthar, on the day of resurrection." Volume 5, Book 58, number 137. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. The Prophet said to the Ansar, "After me you will see others given preference to you. So be patient till you meet me. And your promised place of meeting will be the tank, i.e. Lake of Kawthar." Volume 5, Book 58, number 138. Narrated by Yahya bin Said. That he heard Anas bin Malik when he went with him to Al-Walid, saying, "Once the Prophet called the Ansar in order to give them the territory of Bahrain. They said, 'No, unless you give to our emigrant brethren a similar share.' On that he said, 'If you do not agree to it, then be patient till you meet me, for after me others will be given preference to you." Volume 5, Book 58, number 139. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. Allah's Apostle said, "There is no life except the life of the hereafter, so, O Allah, improve the state of the Ansar and the Muhajirin." And Anas added that the Prophet also said, "O Allah, forgive the Ansar." Volume 5, Book 58, number 140. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. On the day of the Battle of the Trench, i.e. Ghazwat al-Khandaq, the Ansar used to say, "We are those who have given the pledge of allegiance to Muhammad for jihad, i.e. holy fighting, as long as we live." The Prophet replied to them, "O Allah, there is no life except the life of the hereafter, so please honor the Ansar and the emigrants." Volume 5, Book 58, number 141. Narrated by Sahl. Allah's Apostle came to us while we were digging the trench and carrying out the earth on our backs. Allah's Apostle then said, "O Allah, there is no life except the life of the hereafter, so please forgive the emigrants and the Ansar." Volume 5, Book 58, number 142. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. A man came to the Prophet. The Prophet sent a messenger to his wives, to bring something for that man to eat. But they said that they had nothing except water. Then Allah's apostle said, "Who will take this person, or entertain him as a guest?" An Ansar man said, "I." So he took him to his wife and said to her, "Entertain generously the guest of Allah's apostle." She said, "We have got nothing except the meals of my children." He said, "Prepare your meal, light your lamp and let your children sleep if they ask for supper." So she prepared her meal, lighted her lamp and made her children sleep. And then stood up pretending to mend her lamp, but she put it off. Then both of them pretended to be eating, but they really went to bed hungry. In the morning the Ansari went to Allah's apostle who said, "Tonight Allah laughed or wondered at your action." Then Allah revealed, "But give them, emigrants, preference over themselves even though they were in need of that. And whosoever is saved from the covetousness, such are they who will be successful." 59.9. Volume 5, Book 58, number 143. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. Abu Bakr and Al-Abbas passed by one of the gatherings of the Ansar who were weeping. Then he, i.e. Abu Bakr or Al-Abbas, asked, "Why are you weeping?" They replied, "We are weeping because we remember the gathering of the Prophet with us." So Abu Bakr went to the Prophet and told him of that. The Prophet came out, tying his head with a piece of the hem of a sheet. He ascended the pulpit which he never ascended after that day. He glorified and praised Allah and then said, "I request you to take care of the Ansar as they are my near companions to whom I confided my private secrets. They have fulfilled their obligations and rights which were enjoined on them, but there remains what is for them. So, accept the good of the good doers amongst them and excuse the wrongdoers amongst them." Volume 5, Book 58, number 144. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. Allah's apostle, in his fatal illness, came out wrapped in a sheet covering his shoulders, and his head was tied with an oily tape of cloth till he sat on the pulpit, and after praising and glorifying Allah, he said, "Then after, O people, the people will go on increasing, but the Ansar will go on decreasing till they become just like salt in a meal. So, whoever amongst you will be the ruler and have the power to harm or benefit others, should accept the good of the good doers amongst them and excuse the wrong doers amongst them." Volume 5, Book 58, number 145. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. The Prophet said, "The Ansar are my near companions to whom I confided my private secrets. People will go on increasing but the Ansar will go on decreasing. So accept the good of the good doers amongst them and excuse the wrong doers amongst them." Volume 5, Book 58, number 146. Narrated by Al-Bara. A silken cloth was given as a present to the Prophet. His companions started touching it and admiring its softness. The Prophet said, "Are you admiring its softness? The handkerchiefs of Sa'd bin Mu'adh, in paradise, are better and softer than it." Volume 5, Book 58, number 147. Narrated by Jabir. I heard the Prophet saying, "The throne of Allah shook at the death of Sa'd bin Mu'adh." Through another group of narrators, Jabir added, "I heard the Prophet saying, the throne of the Beneficent shook because of the death of Sa'd bin Mu'adh."